It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
Hello and welcome back to the Dagger Podcast. Hank Joseph alongside Gabe Fenster. Guys, sorry, it's taken some time to get back in here. We were trying to record yesterday, but the media school was shut down because of a wild story, Gabe. This is a wild, wild story.
I heard a different story before this, but Hank told me something different, so let's hear what actually happened.
So the man, I'm reading off the IDS. A huge shout out to Indiana Daily Student. They're killing the coverage on this case yesterday. So we're all in class, right? You know, we're just sitting around regular Tuesday afternoon.
Beautiful Tuesday.
It afternoon. Was beautiful. 12:25.
Very hot out. Second to last day of summer, so I'm sure we're trying to enjoy the outside as much as we can. But good thing couldn't go outside.
Yeah.
Go on, Hank.
Yeah. So we're sitting in class, and then this thing comes up, and it's like everybody stay where you are. You know, active. Well. It said, I don't remember the exact words, but it was like armed man, loose, was last seen heading into the sewer system. And I was like, what in the world is going on? So basically, one of the sewer exits, I guess you would say, was right by the media school. So everybody that was here, they got locked down. So a lot of our fellow media school members were shut down for 4 hours. So this man claimed that he was armed and barricaded in the storm drain, so you would think he had guns or something. So here's what the police said that they found. This guy comes out, he's barefoot, no shirt, 37 years old, probably homeless. We have a large amount of homeless people at Bloomington. Probably smelled really bad.
Really bad.
So police say they found unspent rifle rounds, a hand scythe, and a machete. So guys just walking around with a machete here in Bloomington, that's great. On the bright side, nobody got hurt. He did, he got preliminary felony charges of attempted battery with a deadly weapon and intimidation. I don't know who he was intimidating in the sewer. Maybe the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but they could have stopped him.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
They could have stopped him, yeah. So, anyways, what we were going to talk about
Actually, I want to add on to that real quick before we go on. It's actually kind of funny. I don't know how this happened, but I was in my Hebrew literature class. Yeah, I'm taking a Hebrew literature class.
That's okay. I respect that.
And my Israeli teacher, it doesn't matter that he's Israeli, but I just want to throw that in there.
Sure.
I was in class that whole time, and I got the email, because I'm on my computer while taking notes, of course, because I'm a great student. And I swear my teacher or my professor did not look at his phone or any social media once, but happened to know at the end of class to not go near Franklin Hall. I don't know how he knew. But for some reason, he knew how to not go near.
I'm telling you, because on the IU servers, this thing came up, and it was it shut down all of the IU Wi-Fi, and it was emergency.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were watching a video in class, and then it just comes up.
Okay.
And the teacher was like,
it was a little fishy. I was like, how does he know?
Yeah, no, the teacher was like, we're not going to be able to focus on this video, and all the girls are freaking out, and I'm just kind of like, well, hopefully my class will get canceled.
It didn't seem like anyone knew. I was in Swain West, which is, for those who don't go to IU, it's about 0.2 miles away from Franklin Hall. I had to come to Franklin Hall because my car was parked near Kirkwood, which where all the action was happening, and we were supposed to shoot the podcast yesterday, so I was going to make my way to Franklin Hall.
We were supposed to shoot the podcast.
Obviously, that had to be delayed till today because they shut down Franklin Hall yesterday.
Yeah.
But I had to come here after class, so obviously I couldn't come after class. So I was stuck in Swain West because I don't want to go outside. I was stuck in there for about half hour to 45 minutes, and then everyone just got released from class because I guess they said that they didn't want people to be stuck in class, but at that point everyone was stuck anyways.
Well, that, and it's none of us are heading into the sewer. But the crazy thing is I guess, the sewer system is pretty large around here, so could have come out. So I'm walking back from class, and I keep looking back at the what do you call it? Just the circles in the ground.
The potholes?
No, not the potholes. The sewer. The thing that if somebody was in it, like Spider-Man, and he lifts it up, and he's looking around the street. Yeah, just the sewer entrances, I guess you would say. But I kept looking back to be if the head was gonna pop out and I was gonna be a hero. But really glad it didn't have to be.
Ideas. Hank Joseph, Senior, saves the day.
So, anyways, we were gonna start with my big weekend. Well, I wouldn't really call it that, but
I have not talked to Hank about this yet because I wanted to wait till the podcast.
Yeah,
so I'm super excited.
So I told y'all last week, I was going to the Live event. Tough, I don't support it, but obviously I did have to pay to get in. So kind of.
How much did you pay?
I paid $50.
Wow.
But
they're really trying to make some
on the
money.
bright side, my buddy's dad that I was with, we stayed at his place. I've played this course as well, so that was pretty cool.
This was in Chicago,
just outside
right?
of Geneva. Yeah, outside of Geneva. So more towards like Northern Illinois. It's actually Northern Illinois' course, but
Okay.
but it was pretty cool. They had he owns a brewery, and they had an Oktoberfest, and we got to get in for free. So that kind of paid for it. But it was a lot of fun. It was a great trip. But live, man. So, here it is. I talked to my brother the other day on the phone, and we got into an argument just as we had 2 months ago when I, was very upset about it, and I don't like it, and whatever. Man, it's tough. It's an exhibition. So let's just start right there. It's like it's not like the Pro Bowl, but it does kind of have that feel where everything's joking. It's still professional golf. Like, there's no really other way to put it. These are still professional golfers. The 54 guys, could beat up on any of us any day of the week without a doubt. But
right.
Yeah, there's no pressure. You're not playing really for anything outside of money. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you saw, but Danny Willett 3-jacked the other day to lose a tournament, a PGA event, the first one of the new season, because he was nervous, because there were nerves, because he stood over the 3.5-footer and just hit it too hard twice. So he lost the tournament. But at this, it's like you've got Cam Smith, you've got Dustin Johnson. Watching them is awesome. But when you miss a putt, all it is for your own pride. It doesn't really mean anything. There's no points awarded. There's no official world.
But you're
golf
making
ranking
more
points.
money the higher you get ranked.
Oh, of course. But here's the deal. So many of these guys have already gotten that bag.
Right.
So the whole thing is like they're playing music the whole time.
But that's
these
the
guys
case
are
in
standing
anything.
over putts.
Even in like the PGA Tour tournaments.
No. Because if you miss the cut, Gabe, at a PGA event, you don't get paid. You don't get paid at all.
But they already have the money, like you said.
No, because a lot of the guys on the PGA Tour from, 75 to 125, there's 125 guys that have their card, a little bit more, including injuries and all that stuff. But those guys have their card, but if they don't make cuts, if they don't play well enough to make money, then they don't make any money.
But I'm talking like people like Ricky Fowler who are playing in the PGA Tour, like those kind of guys, like the high tier, like they already have the money. So if they miss a putt, it's not the end of the world compared to these younger guys who haven't made that money yet, right?
Yeah, but then there's college guys that just sell themselves out and go to live, and they may never be able to compete in the majors because the majors are all based on World Golf Rankings points.
Right. And
World Golf Rankings points are not given to live events because live doesn't follow 6 of the 7 qualifications a tour has to follow to get OWGR points. And 2 days ago, they sent out this whole spiel of, oh, please, OWGR, getting on their knees. Please give us points. Please give us points. Look, we're still really good golfers, and even though we don't follow any of the rules that every other tour follows, we should still get points because of how good the golfers are. No,
so you're saying the golfers in the
LIV
LIV tournament are significantly better than the golfers in the PGA Tour?
Absolutely not.
No, okay.
Hell no.
So I don't understand your point when you said that when you miss a putt, it's not the end of the world.
Because it's not, because they got paid to join the LIV. It's 54 holes, no cut.
Oh,
Nobody
they get paid
gets cut.
right away.
They already got paid to sign on LIV.
Okay. But at the PGA Tour, you don't get paid till after.
No, you have to make tournament.
Right.
You have to win money to get paid.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to win tournaments or
okay, I didn't understand you actually made the money already.
Exactly.
Okay, wow.
LIV,
that's
they already get paid to sign with LIV because they're not allowed to play on the PGA Tour. That's the whole deal. Because the PGA Tour, hey, once you made your bed, you land it. You don't get to just sleep in all these different beds and go bounce from tournament to tournament and make all this money in this tour while all these other guys are grinding their ass off, because this is their life.
I still think they're playing, though, hard. I mean,
of course,
you make a bunch of more money, obviously, if you win.
But again, I mean, Cam Smith got paid $200 million to join LIV.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, so what's the extra 4 that he's going to get from this tournament? I mean, that's the whole deal.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the whole deal.
That.
So you're there and you're watching it, and it's fun, People are drinking, people are having a good time. But wow, I've never seen fans just so disrespectful to players because you're so close and because it's so unorganized. There's not a lot of workers. Well, they don't. PGA Tour kind of relies on volunteers. That's how their tournaments run so smoothly. I waited 35 minutes to get a beer at LIV.
Wow. Because
it's just they don't have enough workers. They don't have the staff. They're playing all this music all the time around the course. It's just when you've gone to a real event, I just went to the U.S. Open, where I mean, this is stuff that guys have dreamed about their whole lives playing and trying to win. Like the final hole, anybody can agree with me that watches golf of Zalatoris and Matt Fitzpatrick going at it was incredible. And this live golf, it's just like doesn't get it done for me. Mm-hmm. I'm glad I went. I got to experience it. Now I can talk about it. I can try and talk about it unbiased, but I never will be able to because I'm a hardcore golf fan. I'll never be able to talk about it unbiased. It's just impossible for me.
By the way you're talking about it, honestly, it doesn't really seem like the classic golf that everyone knows and loves.
Well, because it's not. It's just,
I see where you compared to the Pro Bowl with the events and the music going on.
And the whole thing is like, it's this is their whole shtick, golf but louder. And it's like,
That's what it sounds like.
Well, yeah, if you just play music the whole time and like these guys are standing over putts and the Skrillex is going off in the background, like yeah, it's going to be louder.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just like,
that sounds fun, but I could see how people old.
It's not a competition; it's an exhibition. You know what I mean? That's just kind of.
I can see how people wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah,
I can see how the younger generation would, but people who actually want to go and watch golfers play in a silent atmosphere would not enjoy that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not always like it's not silent when you make a big putt and everybody cheers and yells.
Well, of course, right?
But
of
it's
course.
like,
up until that moment.
But I mean, dude, you want to watch a putter when it's. I mean, you want to watch a golfer when it's dead silent with a 9-foot putt. To win the tournament.
It's great. Yeah.
That's what you want to want.
Right.
That's like.
Is there music playing while he's taking the putt?
Everybody.
Really? How do you even concentrate?
That's my thing. I'm watching some of these guys and they're missing like 5-footers that are sliding and you're like,
I don't blame them.
If it was silent, like if they
probably
would have made that, they would have been more focused. So yeah,
That's
I mean it's whatever.
I think that is the difference between the PGA Tour or
absolutely no, that is the difference. I mean that is the difference. One of them.
I feel like it's not really that much of a competition when it comes to that because the PGA Tour is golf. That is golf. This is entertainment.
And half of these 54 guys are 45 or 40 or older, so they've already done that. They've played in the majors. They've done all this. Now they want to spend time with their family. They want to take less time on the golf course, which is great. I get that. And if if that's what you want to do, but just don't don't try and do both, and don't act like you deserve anything because you really just. I mean, from a fan's perspective, I don't think you do. And if you talk to any of the tour guys, they say the same thing. Justin Thomas, he was just quoted the other day. They're doing the President's Cup this weekend, which is a lot of guys in LIV should be playing in it because they would be because they're some of the best golfers in the world. But it's a PGA Tour and a DP World Tour event. It's not. So it's between two tours. So, it is what it is.
So Hank went to the golf bowl.
Hank
went to the golf bowl.
I went to the professional golf bowl.
It sounds fun, but not from a golf fan's standpoint.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you go, and I'm sure, you might like it. It's cool to watch these guys. They're still tearing it up. They're still pros.
I think I would like it, but my dad and my grandfather would despise it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like... You don't care who wins, so what? Cam Smith won because he's the best one out there by a mile. It's not even close. DJ's are maybe a close second, but not really. Cam bodied everybody. I mean, it was cool to watch him play because he should be playing in big tournaments, and now he's playing in live events. So, just whatever.
Well, that's disappointing. I waited all weekend to hear about his golf ball, so whatever. It is what it is.
I mean, I knew going into it. I put up a video onto TikTok too.
Did you have fun though?
Hard, man. It's hard.
Was it worth the $50? Was it worth the trip to
Chicago?
Chicago?
Not. Oh, I mean the trip was fun. I love going out with my friends. Golf tournaments are fun. Live golf, one-time thing. I'll never go back. You give me a ticket to a PGA Tour event tomorrow in Chicago. My friends want to go. I'm there.
And how long were you in Chicago for? From you
we were there
Friday?
Thursday. Yeah, Friday morning. God, we left at 6 a.m. Friday. I had to wait.
I was up at 6 a.m. Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday. I was up at 6 a.m. Saturday.
So. Yeah, and I mean, it is what it is.
When did you leave? When did you come back to Bloomington?
Sunday afternoon. So
okay, so you missed the IU Western Kentucky game. So
we watched a good bit of it.
Okay, but after all said and done, are you upset that you missed the game, or are you happy that you...
Hell no, I'm not upset I missed
Okay, so you rather have gone to the LIV tournament?
Well, other than watching the game on TV or going to watch IU football...
It's different when you're actually there.
Not really. I've been to plenty of games, and I've painted up for games. So I've been, to real events, and honestly, the best season that IU ever had, we couldn't even watch it.
Right.
So it is what it is.
Right.
I mean, that's just the unfortunate truth of IU football. But, right around the corner. We got Media Day tomorrow.
Have you
I'm
seen
excited.
the update on the Hoosier Hysteria?
I did.
Herbo.
Oh gosh,
That's
I'm
amazing.
so excited. You think about how many more people are going to go to it now? Like,
oh yeah,
so many more people.
That's huge.
And the best thing is, like, you go to the Twitter and all these like 60-year-old guys are like, "Who the F is G Herbo?" Like, who is that? Okay, tell me when he plays so I can go after.
Right. So
and
you have the old heads. I feel like last year when I went to Hoosier Hysteria, there was not enough students there. There was a lot of the old heads
I've never
there.
been.
Really?
Never been
It's
to
great.
It, no.
It's great. It's gonna be a lot better this year. But last year, the majority of the people there were all the old Hoosier fans. So the Hoosier fans are going to be there, but the students weren't there. So now the Hoosier fans are already there. Now they're going to bring in the young generation of students.
Yeah.
So that's going to fill out the stadium. So I think this is huge. This is great for the stadium. This is great for the team.
Yeah. I talked to my friend who's like a Villanova fan, and he was like, yeah, like they've been doing that like forever. He was like, I think at one point they had like Nicki Minaj. Like just,
I wouldn't go.
No, but I mean, if that's, you got to have popular artists in our age group if you want us to go, because
you already have the old head Hoosier fans coming.
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to come. They're going to come to any game. Every game.
Their life depends on Indiana basketball.
Some serious fans in Indiana.
So, I'm excited for that.
Super
I'm excited for
it's
that.
Free
it's
too.
Be awesome.
Free concert.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
For students at least.
I was trying to think like what player, and I know who my player is that I was thinking that like got him to come or like has been DMing him or something back and forth.
There's only one player.
It's only one player.
There's only one player. Everyone knows.
X.
Miller Cup.
No, not Miller Cup. Certainly
I was going to say
Trace. Had
Trace.
to be X.
You think X? I was going to say Trace.
I definitely think X.
Possibly. I mean, everyone knows Trace. Everyone, like when you say Indiana, like, oh, did Trace come back? Is Trace coming back? Everyone knows Trace.
Well, dude, think about this. Conspiracy theory. Remember when like 6 guys were like out for the game against Northwestern last year?
Yeah, they all got suspended.
They were blazing up a G Herbo.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, no
for
question.
Sure. Which G Herbo?
Yeah,
were they
at the O Block? No, of course not.
Oh.
But, like, it wasn't that funny. Like maybe.
Maybe
what if?
It's possible.
And then they were like, "Yo, yeah, you got to pull up to Hoosier Hysteria." It's gonna be live
next year. I'll pull up to Hoosier Hysteria, but just smoke this real quick. But I'm gonna miss the game. Hey man, you want me to come or not? Like. It's for the fans. All right, fine.
I'm just like praying that he just like tries to light up a blunt in Assembly Hall. Like, would that not just be the funniest thing ever? And then like all the old.
What if
like,
Juice WRLD comes out? He's a good song with Juice WRLD.
I was thinking like he could do one scale with Young Dolph. It's not funny, bro. I'm very sad about it. I missed Dolph, but yeah, like he's gonna have to do some bangers for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be electric.
It's gonna be great. Even if you don't even know what song it is, he just has hype songs.
And they're serving alcohol now in Assembly
Just
Hall.
beer,
which
though.
I knew. Well,
beer.
duh.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like giving all those dudes whiskey? Like,
can I get a Dirty Shirley in a section 16?
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be dude. I mean some of the students, it's gonna be rowdy.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, not like they don't come drunk already to the games.
Well, but the only thing you can do is like bring in shooters because like you can't drink while you're there, so you have to sneak by or whatever. But I wouldn't know anything about that. I've never done that.
Yeah, so I think it's all basketball games and then select events. I think Hoosier Hysteria will be serving beer.
Have to think so.
Yeah.
Well, maybe for Herbo they'll be serving some extra.
Worst case scenario, a Herbo will throw out some beers.
That would be hilarious.
It's
So
gonna be super fun.
obviously, I mean, we're a couple of days late on the football talk, but also Friday we'll be coming out of the podcast, so we'll do a preview for this upcoming weekend. But Monday Night Football, 2 games is worse than 1 because they were both really bad. They were both just terrible games. Unfortunately, Kirk obviously hammered the Eagles spread because he was just throwing it to Darius Slay all night, and then Josh Allen. If the Bills didn't lose to the Jaguars last year at the end of the season, I would say that they're going to go 17-0 this year. I mean, they look like it.
They do.
They don't look like anybody can stop them. Just saying.
They are. No, they're definitely dominant, extremely dominant.
So, not even real. We don't really even have to break that down that much. It was pretty simple what you were watching. I have Hurts on my fantasy team. He almost led a crazy comeback for the Zone Sixers, but great game from Hurts. He looks like that dude. A.J. Brown is that dude. Titans miss A.J. Brown for sure because that offense stank a big one. They even scored right away first drive, and then they didn't score after that.
I think I saw a stat line at the end of the Eagles game is that Jalen Hurts is the first player since
Oh yeah.
Who was it?
Oh come on! You can't not get.
I
this.
know what he did, but I can't think of who it is.
And you can't not think of who this is.
I just had it in my head
He
too.
played for the Falcons for a real long time.
Man, I'm blanking here.
Oh my God!
I'm blanking here
because he's the greatest running quarterback of all
I'm
time.
blanking here.
How are you blanking?
I just had it in my head too.
Not in 07.
I just had it in my head too. Give me the first letter.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick.
Yeah,
All right, so
how
he's
are
the
you
first.
not getting
I
that?
could not think of the
First
name.
Eagle since Vick, 300 passing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. And, it's not the last time we'll do that, certainly. So, love Ertz. Love everything about him. And let's see. Who do we got? Oh, tomorrow night we got the Chiefs and the Colts. Chiefs might win by 50 points.
It's going to be a huge game.
Yeah, Chiefs might win by 7 million points, to be honest. The Colts look so
look
bad.
terrible.
I threw so many futures on the Colts, and I fell into the trap of Indianapolis fans gassing their team up on social media.
Oh, it's terrible here. I hate it.
Go to the school, so it's like all you ever see is Colts.
Right.
Colts this, Colts that. Matt Ryan looks great. Pittman looks great. Everybody looks great.
Right.
Shaquille Leonard, he changed his name.
You see the kicker we got this year? Oh, he's like,
it's ridiculous. So I'm really upset. I threw a lot on the Colts, and they're dropping the ball big time. So I hope tomorrow night. Well, I don't really hope, but let's look at the line. I think the Chiefs are going to beat them by 50
Are you really
points.
even going to try looking at the line?
Yeah,
it's
I
probably minus 800.
Well, see, it was 6.5 at first. Oh wait. Oh, I guess they don't. I thought they were the Thursday night game. Oh, I was wrong about that. They play at 1 p.m. on Sunday. Tomorrow night is the Steelers-Browns. That's a stinker.
So,
Over
moving
under
on.
38.5. Oh, my Lord. Patriots, big win against the Steelers this week. We almost looked like a competent football team, but still not there.
Keep forgetting that
Your
you like the
Dolphins,
Patriots.
though.
What do you mean my Dolphins?
Oh, I thought you were a Dolphins fan.
No.
Well, that's too bad.
Absolutely
You're a
not.
Giants.
Blue,
You're like
baby.
a soft-core Giants fan. Well, Giants anyways. Hey, also 2-0, but... Yeah, I guess we should talk about, those comebacks were crazy.
Unbelievable. Who would have thought? The New York Jets.
Well, certainly didn't. I had the Browns and the Ravens.
That
And
sucks.
It really sucked. But
the Ravens blew one big time.
They blew it. And
big time.
But their reward for blowing it is they get to play the Patriots this weekend, and they should demolish them. But
Should
they
be an
probably
easy
won't.
one.
It should be a good game. But
It's funny that you say that. Like 3 years ago, you would have said, "Oh, they're playing the Patriots." Oh, it's done.
did you see that video of Tua? Like they mirrored it so they can mirror the image so it looked like he was a righty, and he looked so good. And when he throws lefty, it looks so weird.
Right.
It just looks.
I didn't
bad.
see that.
But yeah, they mirrored it, and him throwing right-handed, he looks like a perennial Pro Bowler.
What do you
It was
think
so
about
funny.
Tua? Do you think he's playing well? Other than
Well,
that, he has.
I think it's pretty awesome when you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
I think that's-
and Mike McDaniel is dude, don't do anything else but get them the football.
That's the thing, though. People are saying, "Oh my God, Tua's playing so well. He didn't have Tyreek Hill last year. All you gotta do is just throw it downfield. He's there."
Literally, and the
So-
Ravens just didn't guard him.
So
for some
I don't know what's
reason.
going. I mean, obviously, I only hear from the Dolphins fans because I have a ton of Dolphins friends.
Yeah.
Dolphins fan friends.
Yes.
That just gassed up Tua like crazy. I'm like, you have Tyreek Hill.
I know,
all you
absolutely.
have to do is just throw it downfield.
Yeah.
That's how Ben Roethlisberger got most of his passing yards back in the day.
Absolutely. Antonio Brown was just chilling there. But Big Ben, I think, was better. I mean,
He
won
was.
Super
No,
Bowl,
obviously
so,
he's better.
But,
I'm just giving a little
No,
scenario.
I feel that. And the Jets, yeah, Flacco might win the job. I mean, he's thrown the ball. He threw it 57 times in his first game, 44 in the second one. Salah's just dude, just go out there and sling it. He's only got, this is his last year, no question. So Flacco, I think, is just throwing his arm out. He's just
Might as well.
Wilson's going to come back.
My Twitter
this
is
the
blowing
curtain
up
call.
right now. I think it's about basketball. I think it's about the Suns. We'll get that later in the show.
Oh, yeah.
but
Well, he's selling the team.
he is.
Yeah.
Both
okay,
teams.
We'll
get
talk.
there. Though.
We'll talk about the Mercury, of course. Big fan.
Oh wow, no, we've got some injuries. That's what's going on.
Okay.
But we'll get there.
Are they
when we
football?
Get to it's basketball. We'll get there later though. When we move on to basketball.
Who could be getting hurt in basketball right now?
I mean, you want me to tell you?
No. Just
Okay.
hold on to it. Okay, we'll jump to college football. I know we just talked about the Hoosiers, but not really much to talk about. They've played Illinois, Idaho, and Western Kentucky, and they got to play a real
Well,
team.
you
this
say it
week.
like that, but
Well, I'll say it like that. 'cause
Illinois
that's
is still a Big Ten
exactly
team.
how it is. Okay, they're horrible. They're
All right.
horrible. They're worse than us, and we're the losingest
So-
program in college football history.
right. Moving on to college football. Moving on to college football, Appalachian State.
Those dudes.
What a college game day that was.
Oh, I know. And,
Wow.
Luke Combs was hilarious. On the game day, he would pick against... He was picking against Corso every single time. Corso was just ripping him. It was hilarious to watch. I did get a chance to watch college game day, but yeah, not much of...
That was fun.
The actual game itself.
Fun.
We play at Cincinnati. We're 16.5-point underdogs.
Wow. Are you talking about Georgia? Of course you're talking about Georgia.
No, I'm talking about Indiana.
When you say we, we're talking about Indiana now.
I mean, well, I can have multiple we's.
That's bold, but okay. All right. Fine,
I don't think it is.
All right. No, go ahead. You can say we for Indiana. If you want to say Indiana.
I would assume I can. I go here.
Well, how am I supposed to know what you're talking about when you say we?
Because I said they're 16.5-point underdogs. Georgia would never be an underdog ever. Not a single game they've.
Oh, you said under. I thought you said under.
Underdog, yes, 16.5-point underdogs at Cincinnati. So, no matter how good you think we are, that's what Vegas thinks of us. And Cincinnati's lost a game already, so.
Cincinnati did murk the Hoosiers last year, though, but.
No, they didn't. They beat us by 5-6 points. We were winning.
I know. I'm sorry. I overreacted on that. I didn't mean to say murk. I meant to just say beat, but.
Well, they might murk us this year.
Hank took me literal.
They might murk us this year, though. That's the truth. Georgia's plays Kent State. They're going to murk them. Anyways, so App State, great Hail Mary. I thought when I first watched it, because I watched it on my phone, I thought that it was a design tip. He hit it back to him, but obviously that was not the case. But so electric.
Moving on to your other we, you mentioned that the dogs are rolling.
They're rolling.
Tell me about that.
Did you see Carolina? They beat them 49-7 in South Carolina. All the fans left at halftime. It was just an absolute embodiment. I don't even know why you go to those games at that point. Well, it's tough because they do Sandstorm and they wave the towels and the bonbons or whatever, and it's super lit, super super sick. It looks awesome to be there. I really want to go to Columbia. But yeah, they all left so quick because they were drowned in their misery.
Right.
But
do a little twisty twist and then you can head back home and watch.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. Georgia's so good. They look unbeatable. I mean their schedule isn't really that hard. I mean they're gonna have some tests against Kentucky, I think, and then that's probably the best team in the SEC East. I don't think Tennessee will even come close. So.
I know you mentioned
not much to say really about
earlier in this show, you mentioned that the Hoosiers' best season was 2 years ago. And a big piece of that was Mike Penix, of course.
Of course.
Unfortunately, Mike Penix did not have the year. He didn't reach his expectation last year. But now he's with a new team, the Washington Huskies, and he's playing pretty good.
He looks really good.
He's playing pretty
good. He looks really good. And the worst part is that he's always just been a gunslinger. That's exactly who he is. That's exactly who he's always been. And just really stinks that
he used to run the ball a lot.
Well, he didn't play 7 games. He didn't play more than 7 games.
The Big Ten was a lot. The Big Ten was a lot for him. I think this is good for him.
Last year, I mean, he was obviously just scared because coming off that injury. I understand.
It's traumatizing. It is.
And I understand that, but it's dude, now, I mean, with Washington has so many studs. I think that they could win the Pac-12. All the talk coming into this year was, Oregon and USC, but wow, do not sleep on the Huskies, man. Penix and Kalen DeBoer, who was his OC here at Indiana 3 years ago, when he was playing out of his mind. Went to Fresno State for a year, now at Washington, and I mean, that the score of the Michigan State game, 39-28, it's a lot closer than the game actually was. I mean, it was quick. It was a quick death. Mm-hmm. Michigan State's defense doesn't look good, but man, Washington looks good. They play Stanford at home this week. It's going to be a huge game. Mm-hmm. They're 13.5-point favorites.
I want to wrap up this football segment in a little bit because I want to move on to some other sports because we do talk about football a lot. And I want to talk about.
You want to know why we talk about football so much?
I'm not just
because it's
not doubting it.
No,
all right,
go ahead.
But other people may disagree with that.
I understand.
So I do want to mention that one Chad Powers segment.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Explain it.
Eli Manning, he went to the Penn State walk-on tryouts, and I was pleasantly surprised. He was not fast at
What was
all.
his 40 time?
5.2 or 5.6, yeah.
It was something. It was up there.
So that was. I kind of realized. I knew he wasn't going to run so fast, but his arm, he still got it. He
He
still
got it. He could definitely compete. And
he looked. I don't know how you didn't realize earlier on. He looks like he's 50 out there.
Oh, well, absolutely. Well, he kept saying he was 26, right? Like,
right.
That was what and then, dude, he was so funny. Like, just the stuff he was saying. He was like, it's Powers time, baby. It's Powers time. Yeah. Come on.
There's been a lot of Manning talk
in
in the past few months, honestly. They've really risen to the...
Well, Archie, of course. I mean, dude, you have to read. The Athletic came out with an article about Texas on Archie's visit in July. Dude, they spent $275,000 on that visit. Like,
who's
food,
they?
Texas, UT,
wow.
Austin. And it wasn't just for him, it was for other recruits as well. But I mean, obviously they were balling out for Archie, but it's like they do all the buffets, all the time. They do all the food.
Yeah. So I mean,
but I mean, it's so tough, dude, because you watch his videos and he's playing against bums.
Right.
Like, he's playing against bums.
Well, that's high school.
No, this is like different because it's like you're in Texas. So realistically, Texas high school football is the best. If he played in Georgia, he'd even be saying, dude, the talent that he's playing, you could tell it's like 2A. Because like these kids are like slow, not even tackling, like scared to even tackle him. Like, he's running kids over and he's a quarterback. Shouldn't really be doing that, but it is funny. Like, he's
got the tall genes. So
No. He's going to be fine. Like, he's going to be fine. Whatever. But obviously, the competition that he's playing isn't really anything to like write home about. That's
right. I mean, the competition gets higher as you go on to college, NFL.
No, I agree. But like, if he had gone to IMG for say, or something like that, or Cal Poly Tech, or even like Grayson in Georgia, or Colquitt, like any of those bigger 7A schools in Georgia, the competition he'd be seeing would be so much stiffer.
He wouldn't be ranked as higher though.
No, he wouldn't be exactly.
You get the ranking.
And also, his last name is Manning.
What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's like he's going to be good, don't get me wrong, but I mean, the hype train is probably going to slow down a pretty fair amount once he gets to Texas or wherever he goes. I don't see him going to Georgia or maybe Alabama. I think it's going to be between Alabama and Texas. Mm-hmm. But last thing to talk about, this was like a big thing on Twitter this weekend, kind of jumping back to the NFL, but it's quick. So Colin Coward.
We didn't talk about Orlovsky.
Oh, yeah, well, Orlovsky just shit his pants. That's all that needs to be said. And then you got to see the screenshot of, like, Riddick and Greasy in the booth, like, afterwards. And it's just, like, they're, he's trying to, like, stench their nose, like that.
I can't make the mic is on my mouth. Not my.
Nah, it was bad. It was because he ate wings in the afternoon, like Rutledge. Like,
I tried to cover it up too. The sneeze was like 5 seconds before.
The sneeze was so bad because it's like,
a
he
chew.
Like stuttered.
A chew.
It's like you have a cough button when you're a broadcaster, but he was in the middle of saying something and then it just flew. It's so funny. So, yeah, this is another broadcaster. So Colin Coward, after like the Trey Lance injury, he was like, I got to pull up what he actually said. It's in my Twitter likes, but So, like, this guy, like, tweets back at him, like, a 49ers Stan account, and they're like, F you, because Coward said something about, Trey Lance getting hurt or whatever. And then, this is the craziest. I don't know if you saw it. Hold on. Okay, I found it. So, Coward said in, whatever podcast, The Volume. I don't really know what that is. I want to say that's Draymond's podcast? Is that what Draymond's, or is it The Voice?
Draymond's. I think Draymond's just called the Draymond.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Then I made that up. This is The Volume. He said, "You feel bad for Trey Lance, but the team is better today." That was like the snippet. And then this 49ers Stan account, check down Chris. "You are a terrible effing person, bro. WTF." And then Coward responded, which is always a bad idea when you're responding to a team's fan account because they're going to have receipts, right? So Coward said he didn't break his neck, it's an ankle. And no, I won't wait until you're comfortable. Adults can handle the news even when it sucks. This is incredible.
Wow.
Check down Chris responded, "You loved the guy and had nothing bad to say about him when he was inside your daughter on a daily basis. What's the issue now?"
Wow.
Yeah, so here's the deal. Here's the conspiracy. So Coward, when Trey Lance got drafted, was so, like, giddy about it, loved the pick, thought it was a great pick. Then there's a video of Coward saying, yeah, I mean, Trey Lance was at my house, no more than 24 hours ago. So Trey Lance was obviously sleeping with Coward's daughter.
Right.
And then, after he got drafted, he obviously broke up, moved on, whatever. Was done
As an
tapping
athlete
that.
would.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, Coward completely switches up on Trey Lance. All the stuff he's saying bad about him, not talking good about him, disrespecting him. He was like talking about how bad he played in the game in the mud against the Bears. Like his first real NFL start after an offseason, you play in atomic rain down pour, against the Bears, and it's like he's talking mess about him, and yeah, so
I think he's just being a good father.
And now, so it's like so obvious that he's let his personal life like get involved in this.
Right.
And
I mean, it's
a
hard not
real
to if
bad-
it's your daughter. I mean,
It's pretty embarrassing.
it's
Pretty
embarrassing.
if you're
Of course,
Coward,
You're-
because
this is a professional,
everybody
but
knew.
At least
Because
fake it. At
everybody
least
knew.
fake it.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the thing. He's doing so bad at even trying
Like
to
you
hide
can talk
it.
all the smack you want off air, but this is for everyone to hear.
Like it's very obvious that
Yeah.
he's
get
had
that.
sour grapes about the fact that Trey Lance hit it and quit it and dipped when he got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a conspiracy. Was he just hooking up with her so Coward would talk good about him, raise his stock? Because Coward's got a lot of voices. He's no NFL expert, but he's got a lot of voices, a lot of ears. A lot of people listen to him. So that's kind of an interesting little conspiracy.
Interesting.
Something to think about, but isn't that crazy? Like Coward got, and everybody in the comments on Coward's response was like, you weren't saying that when he was hitting your daughter, like all this stuff, like when she was swallowing it was
that
like,
was hot
crazy.
water right there. I don't even know
It was
why he had
bad.
to do
It was so bad. He's such a fool. Like he's such a fool.
Yeah,
And it's so funny to watch from the outside
How do
in.
you not see that coming?
Oh my God, it's hilarious. So, just crazy stuff that I came across on Twitter this weekend. Very fun.
Yeah, that's a great way to end our football segment there.
Absolutely, I think so.
Let's move on to baseball. So, few teams have clinched a postseason.
What are you wearing today?
What do you
that
think? What do you think I'm wearing?
Brooklyn Dodgers
Yeah,
jersey?
exactly. So I'm wearing a Brooklyn Dodger now. I'm wearing a New York Yankees jersey, and I'll get to them in a second
Oh, how are you
but-
not going to start with them?
because I want to talk about the teams that have actually clinched.
Dude, F that. Talk about how live that Grand Slam was.
I will
last night.
tell. Oh, you kidding? I was already going to say that.
I'm just saying. Just
Anyways.
get to that.
Postseason clinched. Dodgers, Astros, and Mets already have clinched.
Braves just clinched
Braves
yesterday.
too. Sorry about the
Disrespecting me.
Braves.
World
Yankees.
Series 2021 World Series champs, defending champs, still the champs. Until someone takes it from us.
Yeah, sure. Yankees' magic number to clinch the AL East is 10 now. It was 11 yesterday, and it was about to be 11 if it wasn't for Giancarlo Stanton. Magic number to clinch a postseason spot, which is a wild card, which I don't even consider the postseason because I consider the postseason once you actually make it to the first round. But to clinch the postseason, the magic number is now 5. Once again, it would have been 6 if it wasn't for Giancarlo Stanton. Anyways, bottom of the 9th inning. Clay Holmes blew the lead, of course.
Wait,
course.
can I say something?
Sure,
real
go
quick?
ahead.
Oh, wait. Okay, no. You're continuing. Just stop when you get to the bottom before the Grand Slam.
Okay, so
Clay
top
Holmes
of the ninth.
sucks.
Top of the
Yeah,
ninth.
that's
Clay
what
Holmes blows the lead. I think it was the top of the ninth. Either top of the ninth, top of the 8th. Anyways, Clay Holmes blows the lead. What's it called? Pirates are up by 4, and Yankees are coming up to bat. Yankee Stadium, the greatest stadium in the world. And I turned the game off. I'm so sick and tired at this point, honestly. So sick and tired of this team. The offense has just been dead. The pitching has been dead. There's no chance. I mean, obviously Aaron Judge is the only hope in the Yankees run. Aaron Judge comes up. He hits a 60th home run. Oh, do you want me to stop here? Did you want me to?
Oh, wow. That happened before the bases got loaded?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So, bases get loaded, right? Sorry, I just had some water. And I have a really good friend who's a Pirates fan. And obviously, they're out of it. But, we always talk about how good the Pirates play against good teams. Because that's just who they are. When they suck, they just play really good against
Right.
good teams.
I can see that. Yeah.
Kind of like the A's. The A's beat the Mariners
For
last
some
night.
reason, yeah.
Exactly. So,
and the Red Sox, what?
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, I show him the score. And I'm like, dude, 8-5, bottom of the 9th. And he's like, dude, I told you, the battle in Buccos, look at us go. And then I go, yeah, you forgot to look. It's bases loaded, nobody out. And he's wearing his Pirates hat, and he's like,
Yep.
And I'm like, something's about to happen here.
Right. So, yeah. Aaron Judge hits his 60th home run. Kind of a bad time to hit the 60th home run because the stadium was electric that he hit the home run, but they're still down 3 runs.
Yeah, they're losing to the Pirates.
In the ninth.
They're trying to make the playoffs.
So that was a very, I guess, sad curtain call for Aaron Judge. Still great. All the players were
Well, you had to
going,
hit 60 to get to 61, so it's okay.
Right, but
It's
60 is
just
still
another
a huge
step.
milestone.
I know.
So
It's
he
still a
hits
step.
60, all the players are going crazy, and I'm sitting there like, for what cause?
Yeah, like we better not
Right.
lose to the freaking Pirates.
Then, bases juiced. 0. It's all happened with 0
I know.
outs.
I saw
Bases
0
are
outs and I was
juiced.
like, they're toast.
Giancarlo, 6'6", 265-pound Stanton.
Wait, so what's Judge if Giancarlo's 6'6", 256?
Judge is 6'8", 285. 6'7", maybe, still 285. He's an absolute.
They
absolute
should, like, try and... This is weird, but they should try and combine sperm or something or figure it out.
All right, so
Petri
yeah,
dish.
bottom of the ninth inning. Interesting, yes,
Them
like
two
Yao
and
Ming
LeBron,
experience.
and then Serena.
Remember,
It's
do you
Serena.
know how they made Yao Ming? That was a whole experiment.
Oh God, I don't want to know.
All right, so
We'll
yeah,
get into that
We'll get into
on
that.
Friday.
Yeah, so Giancarlo Stanton comes up. He's so due. I think his last home run was against a position player.
He gets hurt all the time too, doesn't
Well,
he?
yeah. So his last home run, I believe, was against a position player. I could be wrong, but I know he hit a home run against a position player. He hits the ball so fast, so fast, because his swing is so level and he's so strong that he just pulls the ball at a. I don't even know how to describe it.
What was the velo? 115. It had to be at least.
At
maybe
least,
higher,
at
yeah.
least.
That
I didn't
was
think the ball was going to go
wild.
over, but thank God the Yankees' left field is short. The whole outfield is short. The whole outfield was pretty short.
Yeah, Yankee Stadium is small.
But yeah, I didn't think it was gonna reach. I knew it was gonna reach. I didn't know if it was gonna be high enough. But Michael K, the famous call, is it high enough? There it goes.
Yeah,
See ya.
Michael K's really been killing it this year.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
Oh my gosh! And once that happened, I think everyone realized, okay, Aaron Judge hit his 60th home run.
Yeah,
it matters
you can
now.
celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. I
Yeah.
feel that.
So,
Okay,
but it
nice.
was
Good story
unbelievable.
time.
Yeah, unbelievable game.
Good story time
Unbelievable.
against the Pirates. Well,
Doesn't matter. At any
the
game,
Braves
every game
just
counts
lost to
now.
the freaking Nationals today because we threw Jesse
They already
Chavez
clinched.
out there.
They already clinched.
I know, but it's like,
You think they're gonna play their top
well,
players?
I mean, the NL East is a game split. So yeah, I do because
Did they clinch? Oh, they clinched.
clinched the postseason.
Right, but
The
they could
Mets
still
are
be a
up
wild
by
card,
a
right?
game and a half.
So they could still be a wild card.
What we are going to be wild card because we're not going to win the division because we're a game out. And the Mets have the easiest schedule I've ever seen in my life. They play the Marlins 3 times. They play the Nationals 3 times. They play us 3 times, so we have to take.
I didn't know
least
that the
2
Braves
out of
were that
3.
far behind the Mets.
I thought you were an MLB guy.
I am. They're a game behind.
That's what I just said.
Okay. So the Braves are a game behind. They clinched at least the wild card. At least, right?
We clinched the postseason.
So
Yes,
at least the
that's
wild card, right?
answer,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay,
Which is
so-
the postseason.
Oh, so they should be playing their best players if they're only a game behind.
No shit.
All
And
right.
we lost to the Nationals today. Dude, we cannot play in day games. It's so embarrassing. I don't know why. So good thing about the playoffs is that they're all at night.
It's true.
Great for the Braves.
Yeah, that is true. Wow.
Wow, Mariners lost yesterday. That's a bummer. White Sox lost yesterday, per usual, in the 11th inning. They're not going to make the playoffs again, even with the loaded roster. That's all my friends ever talk about, how good their roster is. And
The
guess what? They're
Mariners?
going to lose. No, the White Sox.
Oh,
And they're going to miss
of
the playoffs
course, the White
again.
Sox. The White Sox are just a disappointment of a team.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
That's the definition of a disappointment.
Baseball,
Yankees are 5.5 games
baseball.
above the Blue Jays.
What else happened in baseball? Anything?
What
no.
else happened in baseball?
Nope.
Aaron Judge hit his 60th home run.
Oh, I did know about that.
Yeah,
Actually. You mentioned that. And that's it.
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's baseball.
So, all right, baseball. Whew.
So
All right.
basketball. Now,
Basketball.
what are the injuries here?
Injuries. Give me 1 second. So I just got the Lonzo Ball injury.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Lonzo Ball.
Was this surgery? Because he was hurt a lot of last year.
Let's see. Lonzo Ball to miss at least 4 to 6 weeks following procedure on lefty. So he just got the surgery.
Oh, someone else
So,
just got it 4 to
yeah,
6 weeks
SGA.
too.
Shy
Yeah, Shy. And there was another guy too. Grant Williams also.
Yes, Grant Williams and Robert Williams. No,
Robert,
it's
that's
Robert
what I
Williams, not
meant,
Grant.
that's
Yeah,
what I
Robert
meant.
Williams.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, Rob Williams gets hurt a lot. He was hurt in the
Well,
finals last year.
it's still the same lingering injury from.
Right. Yeah, I hope so.
No,
I
it
will-
is. I was watching The Jump, which I don't, or what do they call it now? Just NBA. What's the ESPN
Association?
NBA show? No, ESPN NBA show is different now.
I don't remember.
They don't call it The Jump anymore. It's just, I think it's just NBA.
2K.
NBA 2K.
Just got NBA 2K.
I almost bought it today, and then I read the reviews, and everybody was just.
It's not bad. No, it's not bad.
Everybody was talking about how horrible it was. So
really? Which modes?
All of multiplayer gameplay is apparently terrible. Super laggy. You get kicked out of games like always. Dude,
I haven't
the
played
NBA
any
2K has the
live
worst
games,
servers ever invented. The worst servers ever invented.
I
It's so
don't disagree with that.
For a game like FIFA that gets played literally around the world, they never have problems.
Mm-hmm.
But NBA 2K, because they play in one country, it's like the worst game ever invented. Ronnie just has never upgraded the game.
I kind of want to tell you the Yao Ming story now. Do we have time?
Well, yeah.
All right. So, I don't know if this is 100% correct.
Oh, okay. Well, then no. Let's just wait.
I'm pretty sure it's...
No, let's just wait and then come in when you have it prepared.
I have it prepared.
No, but it's not. You don't know if it's 100% correct. We're not lying on this podcast. That's not what we do.
Hold on. Give me a second.
We don't do that on this podcast.
It's legit. It's
what
legit.
Are you reading this off a Bleacher Report or what?
A bunch of different websites. I mean...
What, sportingnews.com or Sports R Us?
All right, I'll come prepared next week.
Yeah, all right, I like that.
I'll come prepared
I think that'll be better.
Do we want to focus on the Western Conference?
And talk about it real quick?
Yeah, real quick. So I did want to mention the Clippers. The Clippers got John Wall.
But I was watching this NBA show yesterday, and I mean, dude, the Clippers should win. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't win. Everybody's healthy for once now. Did you know, this is a crazy stat, Anthony Davis has played more games than Kawhi, and obviously Kawhi, more games than Paul George in the last 2 years. Isn't that interesting? For Anthony Davis, who's supposedly always hurt, played more games than Paul George and Kawhi.
I believe it.
Yeah. It's like 4 more games than Paul George, but regardless.
Anthony Davis is injured for long periods of time, and then he comes back for long periods.
Yeah.
Paul George is just out, back in, out, back in, out, back in.
But no reason for the Clippers to not win. Tyronn Lue, pretty darn good coach. I think he's a pretty good coach.
You think?
I think so.
I think LeBron was the coach of the Cavs.
Okay, but we're talking about the Cavs. We're not talking about what Tyronn Lue's done with the Clippers when his 2 best players have consistently been out. And they've consistently...
Well, usually when you say Tyronn Lue's a good coach, you kind of compare him to his Cavalier days. Because he hasn't done anything with LA.
So did he win an NBA Finals with the Cavs?
LeBron did.
Tyronn Lue did, right, as head coach?
LeBron was the head coach.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
No, because he was the starting small forward.
Also head coach.
See, you can do this whole spiel, but at the end of the day, I'm right. Tyronn Lue is a good coach.
So is Frank Vogel the head coach of the Lakers last year? Because I think LeBron was.
Yeah, because he got fired.
Because LeBron fired him.
Okay.
Because he was trying to make decisions.
Okay, so is LeBron the general manager or is it a coach?
No, he's the head coach. General manager doesn't make decisions on the court.
Well, I'm pretty sure LeBron makes all the moves.
LeBron,
definitely
LeBron does make some general manager decisions.
No, he makes all of the general manager decisions. Why would anybody sign Russell Westbrook? Why would anybody do that? Oh, because LeBron wanted him to. It's so obvious. There's not even a debate in that. And then LeBron always traces it back and says, "Wow, I screwed up." And then he leaves his team and he leaves him in a pile of dog shit every time.
So you said, sorry, I don't really.
You would know as a Heat fan.
I do now, but yeah. You said the Clippers don't have any. There's no. Well, what did you say about the Clippers? They should not win this year.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray's coming back.
Okay. So.
That's huge.
Yeah, but Nikola Jokic is the best point guard on that team. And Jamal Murray went off in the bubble since then.
Are you forgetting about the Phoenix Suns?
Yeah, I am, because I don't think they're that good.
What? And the Warriors, the team that won last year?
I'm aware of all the teams in the Western Conference.
I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
I'm talking about the Clippers,
I don't,
who will have
I think
Kawhi
the Clippers
Leonard
will be very good.
And Paul George.
I know.
And Luke Kennard. And Morris.
And
John Wall. And Zubac. You need role players. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
But
like,
when you mention a team and who they have, you're not going to mention their role players already.
Yeah, you are, because that's how you win championships.
You just mentioned Luke Kennard before John Wall.
Because you already said John Wall. You just said his name. Why would I say that when you just said it?
You still got to repeat it.
No, I don't have to.
Why not?
Trey Mann, Terrence Mann as well. Like, dude, they have a lot of guys on that team. They have a lot of guys on that team that have played together for, honestly, 3 or 4 years now.
No, I don't disagree that I think the Clippers...
Well, I'm just saying, this is my humble opinion. The Clippers are going to win.
It's very confident of you to say there's no shot that the Clippers won't win when there's...
I never said that. I just said they should win. I said there's no reason they should not win.
Yeah, people thought that when they first got Kawhi and Paul George, though. They had Kawhi, Paul George, Montrezl Harrell, Dennis Schroeder.
Montrezl was a bum. Dennis Schroeder was never on the Clippers ever, not one time.
Who am I thinking of then? Who was the other six man?
Patrick Beverly.
Pat Bev.
Who's far, far and away different from Dennis Schroeder, who denied an $80 million contract from the Lakers and then just signed with him for $2.5 million. Killing the game, Schroeder, and your agent. Let's go.
But do we really know how good John Wall's going to be?
I didn't bring up John Wall. He's 33. He doesn't even shave his face or his hair. So I didn't
think that the Clippers are just going to win because they have Kawhi and Paul George? Right?
No, I think they're going to win because they have a good coach, they have great role players, and they have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. It's that simple. That's it. Because the Suns flame out every year because CP can't get it done. That's what we should call him. Because the CP never gotten it done. Honestly, that's what we should call him. D-Book's going to be breaking up with Kendall Jenner, and he's going to be sad. And then he's going to be sad boy hours, not going to play. Ayton flamed out last year. I mean, dude, how can you bet on the Suns after what you witnessed last year against the Mavericks? A fully healthy Suns roster got annihilated by the Mavs. If anything, I'd go Clippers 1, Mavs 2, Nuggets 3.
Lou Will, that's what I'm thinking of. Lou Will was on the Clippers.
Yeah, well, Lou Will is just sitting on the Hawks bench collecting a check. That's the Western Conference for you, folks.
I wouldn't be too confident that the Clippers are going to be, like, obviously they're going to be great. They're going to be a 2-3 seed for sure.
Obviously they're going to be great, 2-3 seed for sure. Then what are we talking about?
But you can't forget that there are so many other dominant teams in the West.
Okay. No shit. They're one of them.
They are. They
Okay.
are. I feel like that you're very confident that they're going to win it all.
Well, if they're healthy, then they're going to win it all. It's period. That's what I just said.
But when is Paul George going to stay healthy throughout the season? He's not.
You don't have to be healthy all season, brother. You just got to be healthy in the playoffs.
You said if they're all healthy.
Yeah, you just got to be healthy in the playoffs.
You never know.
Because from what I've seen, they've made it to the playoffs 2 years in a row without Kawhi Leonard. As far as I'm concerned.
They lost to the Mavericks.
Because they didn't have who?
Kawhi Leonard.
It's literally our shot. It's our intro. You're disrespecting the intro to this podcast.
Kawhi is great. I love Kawhi.
Well, he's won an NBA Finals, has he not? Pretty much single-handedly.
But that was a different team.
Single-handedly.
That was a very good team.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not. Without Kawhi, that team's nothing.
What did they do last year? All they added was Scotty Barnes.
What did they do last year?
The Raptors?
Yeah.
They were great.
Really?
They were pretty good without Kawhi.
There we go. Pretty good. You're great and your pretty goods need a far bigger gap. Far bigger gap. Because
they were great for not having Kawhi.
No.
Yes.
You just said they got Scotty Barnes. Great job. How did they finish last year?
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, how'd the Raptors finish? Because you're so high on these teams, but I can tell you're like 3 years back in your brain. Like you're not keeping up with the times. How'd they finish?
I'm looking at it.
Tell me. It shouldn't take that long. Raptors record, 2021. 2022.
That's the wrong season.
Nice. Yeah, you're killing it. Let's go. We'll just clip this out while we're waiting because I'm just
got it.
rude.
We're good.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
53-15.
48 and 34.
48 and 34. Nice.
Fifth seed.
Nice.
Above the Bulls.
Nice.
Above the Nets.
Yeah.
Above the Hawks.
So who did the Raptors play in the first round?
What's the point?
And they lost.
Of course they lost. Who are they? Look what they're playing.
Well, you just said they're great.
Okay, doesn't mean other teams aren't better.
Okay.
I don't understand your point.
I don't understand why you think the Raptors are so good.
I didn't say they were so good. You said that they're nothing without Kawhi Leonard.
The rest of the East is going to... Because they are nothing without Kawhi Leonard.
They are something without Kawhi Leonard.
The 5 seed.
But with Kawhi Leonard, they're an extremely dominant team.
Dude, the Hawks are going to just tear everybody apart this year in the East, so it's not even a concern.
Oh my
Hawks
gosh.
are the best team in the NBA. Hawks are the best team in the NBA. No question. Goes Clippers 1,
You're killing
Hawks
me.
2.
You're killing me. You're killing me. Oh, well, because you're from Atlanta. You're killing me.
Shit. Like, I don't think the Hawks are the best team in the NBA. It's foolish. We're going to be good, though. See Trae Young, 16th player overall, thanks to ESPN. Absolute
Above Jimmy.
BS.
That's BS.
Yeah, that is BS.
That's BS.
I don't know, whatever.
There's not 16 players better than Jimmy Butler.
Not my problem.
Tyler Hero's 61.
Tyler Hero shouldn't even be on the list.
Well, what list? What list are we talking about?
That's the ESPN top 100.
No, I know.
You see, Westbrook is 98. That's so disrespectful.
I don't know why they disrespect Russ so much.
So disrespectful.
He's not that bad.
He's Westbrook with LeBron James.
The GM.
What's Anthony Davis? What do they call Anthony Davis? Do they have like a disrespectful one for him?
I don't even know. Let's see if they have a nickname for Anthony.
I think we got to wrap it up.
Yeah, we do.
Because it's getting a little bit. We're getting a little off the rails here.
Turn into a debate show.
So
Data Davis.
I like that. So
Disney Davis.
Coming up, we've got a show Friday. We're gonna preview the weekend. We're gonna preview everything. Not really, just NFL, college, and MLB, I guess. But yeah, these postseason races are heating up. Yankees should be fine. Fortunately, Gabe, they should be all right.
They should be all right.
But I ain't got nothing to worry about with my team. Repping.
Come postseason.
Well, we're going to go further in the postseason than y'all will here.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well,
Especially
there's our friendly bet.
Imagine if y'all have to play the Astros, you'll get smoked.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Imagine if you guys have played the Dodgers.
Well, we beat them last year.
You did beat them last year.
Yep, there we go. All right. And that is how
Well, of course you beat them last year. You beat everyone last year.
That is how we're going to end the show. The Braves beat everybody last year. Looking to do it again.
But they didn't have Freddie Freeman.
No, they don't.
I mean, they don't have Freddie Freeman.
See, you set that one up. It was on a tee for you, and you just whiffed that.
But you know what I meant.
Yeah, we'll wear medals and got another field in there today. Wrapping it up, we'll have some TikToks out. Follow us on Twitter. Retweet us on Twitter. We're trying to get our views up. We're trying to get our numbers up. Need the help of you guys. If you've made it this far in the show, thank you so much. And you got through me and Gabe's bickering. We appreciate that. And we will see you guys on Friday.
Well, that's right.